Is this thing on?
Come on, that should be the episode name. I don't require a strap.
They don't.
People miss out on some of the best parts of the show just because it happens just before or just after. Ladies and gentlemen, booze and ghouls. It's not October yet, but I don't know. I was feeling a bit spooky about life. Welcome to UCR Live. I forgot what the show was called. You've only been doing it for Hey, leave me alone. Okay.
I thought it was UCR lagged.
Luke's like one of those picture books. You know how you draw like a different cartoon on every page, and you flick it, and he's like,
Yeah,
it's very
I
cute.
think there's something going on with like the NBN here right now because there's people like digging things up. So I assume it could be to do with that.
For the Americans, that's the National Broadband Network here in Australia.
Wow.
Yes.
The National Broadband Network. That's supposed to deliver us all free and fast internet, and it runs.
Oh wait, we need Vera just to say it sexy once so we can send it to the Australian government. Can you see National Broadband Network?
National Broadband Network.
There we go.
Oh.
I think
She missed her
definitely
calling.
Yeah, you missed
she
calling
did.
me. Phone home, Vera.
Phone text by Vera.
I think the kids today just don't have the understanding of, because they're so bombarded with everything. Remember watching TV and late at night,
Girls.
Okay, I need to tell you this story.
Oh, here we go.
Even if I'm lagged, I hope the audio is clear.
It is.
When we were in Amsterdam and we were staying in a hotel, just during the news broadcast. So this is like the network TV, right? And I'm watching the news. It's all in Dutch. I'm just keep asking my sister's ex, what are they saying? What are they saying? And he's like translating for me. Anyway, then this ad comes up of these older women. And they're all like, it's all like the sexy ad and like call, like it's, but they're not speaking in English and everything's all like in Dutch. And I'm like, what is this ad about? And he's like, it's called Rape Women.
Rape Women. Oh
my God.
But there was one of them and I need to find, because I know my niece took a photo of it then. This is during like the news broadcast of like these women then standing at the end, like it has like the thumbnail then, like subscribe now, whatever it was. And it's like this one woman looks so fucking ugly. I'm so sorry to say this, but she just had no business being in that
I don't think
photo
she'd be around anymore. Just quietly.
No, she's probably gone. But like the other three women, like they were older women, but like you could like, yeah, I can see they're attractive. Like, they got nice hair.
But are they ripe is the question.
They were all ripe, but this one looked like, I kid you not, like the leprechaun.
Oh my God.
The leprechaun crossed with Winifred Sanderson. She had that frizzy red hair and like tits down to her, like her vagina. And she had this smile like,
I'm
like,
dear.
Oh God,
no.
that's
oh
intense.
girl, no. Yeah, it was.
Girl, good God, girl, no, that's not.
She was
okay.
ripe. I think she was the cherry ripe of them all.
Oh man,
It's cherry sour by the sounds of it. It's fermented and turned into wine.
That's
Hey,
like rotten.
if Jeff keeps telling me there's a fetish for every single person.
There is a lid for every pot.
Well, clearly, this fetish was good enough for like primetime TV. So yeah,
yeah.
So get it, Vera. You got to get yourself to Amsterdam and get on those ads.
When I was much younger in my 20s, I had this guy who had done some theater in Germany, and he kept saying, "You need to be in Germany. They like big women in Germany. You need to be in Germany."
So they like to fill you full of strudel.
I've got another story now. This is diverging from the ripe women. This is because Vera said big. When I went with some friends to Cambodia, and one of my friends, she's not even big. She's just, white. And at every store she would walk past, the people in the markets would call out to her, big, 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 big. And they're trying to tell her that they had clothes in her size. They tried to tell her they had clothes in her size. So by the end of the trip, we just called her Big Big, and she was not cool.
Have you seen that there's like there's memes of what they call like plus size women in like plus size lady shops in like Thailand and stuff like that. It's like piggy girl. And it's like, oh my god, I would never go. Imagine, where did you get that dress? Oh, I got it from Piggy Girl.
I would.
I'm a fat pig.
Like I consider myself a pretty confident woman, regardless of how fucking big I've gotten. Like seriously, this is disgusting at this point. But like, I would not be able to get through that. Like if somebody kept calling big, 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 like I would just be like, I'm going to just sit like in the hotel room the rest of the trip. Like I'm not going anywhere anymore. Like no.
Right.
Well, look,
I would not myself.
All jokes aside, I think it fucked with her. It did.
Oh yeah.
Like she did not like it by the end.
Big
she
back.
was just like she was reluctant to enter any markets or anything at the end of the trip. She was like, yeah, no, like I'm okay.
They're not good. They're quite you know, free coming with their Western culture.
Because I'm like, hey babes, you ready for another self-esteem crush? Let's go shopping.
Right? Yeah.
And I'm sure all the stuff that they had that they thought was big wasn't.
It's
probably like a size 8 or 10.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No.
One of my first forays into online ordering, I ordered something and I knew it was going to run small. All the little comments said run small, order big. So I went 4X thinking, all right, this has got to be enough. 4X is way big, you know.
Oh no.
I got it. It wouldn't fit a doll. It was so tiny.
Yep.
It was so small.
Because they're Asian sizes. So it's
Well,
just like
4X in an Asian is like size 8.
Yeah.
Well,
forget
back when I was like super skinny, like probably 15 kilograms ago, what's that in pounds? Like 30 pounds or
30
more.
something.
Yeah.
32.
I was still, when we were in Thailand and stuff, I was an Asian medium. I'm like, yeah, okay.
God.
Whereas in Australia, I was an XXS, like extra small in a male shirt. So when I was in Thailand, I was a medium because there's just tiny people.
Tiny, yeah.
So, but I did enjoy it back then. I would not enjoy it now to go because I'd be big now too. Like I could just go to any market, any side stall and buy like trendy clothes for like $2.
But you can't even do that here now. To be 100% honest, the sizing everywhere is just so inconsistent. Even like with waist sizes in pants and stuff, like it's not the same. Like if a 36 is a 36 is a 36, or if a 40 is a 40 is a 40, they're not the same. Because how can you fit in one with extra space and then not get the other one over your ass? It's just like it's not the same, girl.
And like you order on Shein and stuff. For some reason, I'm still a medium on Shein, even though all their factories are in China.
Well, they've changed their ways to the the world market.
Oh yes,
they knew there was big bigs.
Big back.
But even when the Kylie Minogue concert, like those pants fit me okay, but like just in the legs and stuff, it was like it's a bit tighter because I got thick thighs, and
you got nothing.
Oh bitch, I got thighs. But I could just feel like it fit fine, but like it was just tight in weird places. If that makes sense. Like, I'm like, how did they like stitch this shit? Like, it's tight in weirdest places, like around
like
my
by
calf.
the knee.
Yeah, like it fits
like
my
in
waist.
your armpit.
But then down the bottom up, but like below the knee, it's like,
It's
like
all of a
you're
sudden
like
it's
me and Christina, I'm sure you're the same. Yeah, finding the like if you go for your like leg length, they're going to be too tight around the hips and the butt and everything. And if you go like around the hips, they're so fucking long that you look like you're on stilts and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
like honestly,
we're
I'm thinking
shorties.
about like when I used to go like school clothes shopping because now I'm older. I don't have to deal with that kind of bullshit anymore. I shop at the same fucking store because I know the shit's gonna fit me, and I know that like I like everything in there. So it's just one store basically, and then like Walmart for like tank tops and shit, right?
Right.
So, but when I was like school clothes shopping, like Levi's jeans were different than like give me another name brand because I'm fucking
Wrangler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like
Yes.
yeah, exactly. Like Guess ran a lot smaller than any kind of Levi jean, and like your loose fit and you're stretchy and all this fucking shit. Like obviously I was 100 pounds lighter in high school, probably 150 pounds lighter, and it's just it was a different world back then. Like trying as a girl, trying on jeans and like being like, this was my size 2 goddamn days ago, and I'm putting these on today, and they're not fucking fitting. Like, so then you lose your fucking mind. So it's just
Or
now again, I stick to one
bathing
fucking
suits.
store.
Ugh.
But
Bathing suit, yep.
bathing suits is a whole
You know
nother
what my
goddamn-
problem has always been with jeans is my calves. I mean, it's like they're normal shaped calves. They taper into
Yeah.
the knee and they taper into my ankle. But when I put on a pair of straight leg jeans, the minute I sit down, the calf, the pant rides up, and when I stand up, my calf's so big that it doesn't slide down.
Yeah.
I'm pulling, spend the whole day
Oh,
pulling
you
my
know,
pant
Vera,
leg
the
down.
trick for that is
Yeah.
you wear black shoes and black socks, so then it just blends well. I've learnt this trick
Oh,
because
boy.
No, do you know
I've
what
got-
I have learned? Here's
What?
here's a handy little thing. I struggle to find jeans, and I had this conversation with my 20-something, oh, she's 22, I think, 22-year-old workmate. I don't care. I know that the skinny jeans are cringe. Yes, the millennials shouldn't wear the skinny jeans, etc. I'm not letting them go because I can't wear anything else because I look ridiculous. The thing that I have found, I order them now from the UK because on Boohoo they have your waist size, but they also have leg length, so I can get a shorter leg length that
Wow.
matches
You can get
the
and it
piggy
fits
cut.
properly. Yeah, no, I've got the Lopez. I've got the Jennifer Lopez at the bottom, and it just upsets everything. But gets past it won't get past the thighs and the hips, but then when it gets to the waist, it's like, oh, okay, it's just I got a big fat ass, and it just won't
Yeah.
fit.
Joe has a big
Anyway.
butt too, my husband. And
Yeah.
it's just funny because like
Oh,
everything.
those
is,
Italian
like,
lads.
so
Oh,
baggy,
oh, bouncy.
but
Yeah.
like he's all ass and all thighs. Like
Because then if you buy to fit his waist, then like too tight in the legs, but then you go
Yeah.
bigger again. Then it's too loose up top. It's like
yeah.
I had to invest in a belt. It's like oh god.
I stick with
Belt.
leggings now. Like I can't stand jeans. If I'm just walking around to do something, sure, I'll wear a pair of jeans. But if I have to sit, I'm not wearing jeans. I'm wearing my leggings because I know I'm going to be uncomfortable and I'm going to want to unbutton and I'm not going to be able to unbutton. So again, if I'm walking around, I'm doing drinking, standing around like Jeffrey, like the Halloween party.
Chicken wings,
Sure, I'll
chicken
wear jeans.
wings.
I'll have to sit down.
If we're gonna
Yeah,
do
correct.
chicken wings, there can't be no buttons.
If anything, I'm like, nope, I'm not fucking wearing. I bought this really cute pair of black jeans. Oh my god, I love them. They're so comfortable. But if I have to sit down, nope.
Forget
I've
about
worn
it.
them once. I've worn them once. I bought them over a year ago. Like ridiculous.
That's like
Just
tailored
looking-
pants. So I had to wear a lot of tailored pants working in retail.
Yeah,
They would rip in the crotch all the time
yeah.
because they're just not the right size. So like if they're too big,
Right.
the materials, and if they're too short, like you can't bend down. So it's just like I've had so
Yeah.
many crutch ripping, and then you staple your crutch together because you can't leave the store. It's like a sexy moment. Sexy moment. Well, thank you for joining us. This has been Gene Chat. We're going to do a spin off. We can't fit. Now close
Your
that mouth.
jeans.
Clothes suck.
And I did buy
I'll be
something in the
naked.
4X. You know, like those dresses that you see on Instagram? I don't know. Obviously, the guys have seen them. But they're like these tank top dresses that have like the built in bra and they're like a
Yes.
loose front with like pockets. Okay.
Mhm.
So I bought those and they were like, oh, 12 for, whatever, $39.99 in 12 colors.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. I got like 6. And like you said, I ordered like a 4X because I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm going to get the biggest size because I
Right.
want it to be loose. No shit, they didn't even cover my vagina. Like, they did not even, like, when I put them on, like, the actual dress itself was like a shirt, like a t-shirt, but like a short t-shirt. So, like, the bottom of the shirt didn't even cover my stomach. So then my sister had just recently lost a lot of weight, right? She had the surgery, she's on the shot, all this stuff, right? I go, here, fucking take them. I don't fucking want them. She comes back to me. She goes, they didn't even cover my vagina. I said, good. As long as they didn't cover yours, I said, then I'm good. I'm like, then I know that it wasn't just because I'm enormous. I said that it's just the sizing because.
Look, they don't fit, but the last thing you want to hear about is having a fat pussy.
Yeah.
No.
Piggy
The
pussy.
low-hanging pussy. It was a short dress. I don't know. I can't swing it over my shoulder. That's for sure. I'm just saying, like, the actual dress itself.
That's
was
why she
very,
stopped at
very
2
short.
kids. Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, like, oh my God.
Yeah,
I had
it's a
C-section.
humbling
It's
experience.
intact and beautiful. Okay.
There you go. That's a
Intact.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
My vagina is intact. Intact and beautiful. Hashtag piggy
Big
pussy.
pussy.
We live. All right. Well, that's enough about the nightmares of midlife. We should probably move on to this week.
Hot load of hot topics.
Well, today's show is called On the List. We got to talk about it.
Steve, do you ever want to go back to America?
Well,
Probably
look,
not.
Did we
I
go to
would
live?
love to. Whether I'm allowed to is another question.
Because I'm
Talking-
implicated in this whole discussion right now. They're going to bring
Mate,
this
you're not
shit
going
up
anywhere.
at customs, bitch. You know that.
Yeah, we are not going anywhere. They're looking us up left, right, and center. We are talking about the ever elusive Epstein list. Does it exist? Does it not exist? It depends on the day at the moment as to what's in it, who's in it, who orchestrated it, etc., etc. But it looks like some major news outlets are trying to put a little bit of a punctuation into the sentence, the ever on-running sentence. It is the Trump administration's explanation. So CNN went a bit ham recently, showing photos that link the president to Jeffrey Epstein, including Epstein's attendance at Trump's wedding to Marla Maples at the Plaza Hotel
And
in
his wedding
1993,
to Melania.
as well as 1999, Victoria's Secret fashion show, where they're seen talking, laughing alongside Trump's future wife, Melania. Also published are photos of Trump and Epstein at the 1993 opening of a Harley-Davidson cafe, where Trump is seen with his arm around his 2 children, Eric and Ivanka, while Epstein is standing beside them.
Did we not think that he wasn't on the list? Who doesn't think he's not on the
Well,
list?
according to him, no, he's not. And according
He's on
to
the fucking list.
according to Pan Bomb, she does. I have a real issue with if she is the Department of Justice head and all this kind of stuff. Her memory must be really bad because Wall Street Journal said that his name appeared multiple times, and that she informed him of that as early as March, wasn't it? When it came out. But now, no, that's not a thing. His name's not in there. The list isn't real. It's Obama's fault. It's like, wait. You campaigned on releasing the Epstein lists and the Epstein files, and you said that you would do it. And now that there could be some implication. And look, we've got to preface this, and this is bipartisan all the way down the line. Just because somebody's name is in that file does not mean that they have anything to do with sex trafficking. It's an associates list, but his name appears multiple times.
My bottom line is, I don't care who's on that fucking list. It could be Santa Claus. It could be Oprah. It could be Jesus Christ him fucking self. If there's proof that they raped children, then they need to go to fucking jail. I don't care who's on that list. It needs to be released for the sake of justice for all those fucking victims.
Yeah.
And just
Period.
for clarity, for the whole point of politics and transparency and everything, it doesn't matter if it's Joe Biden, if it's Barack Obama, if it's Hillary Clinton. Get them all. Get them all.
I don't care
Package
who
them
it
up.
is. Yeah.
Send them to Alligator Alcatraz. Peace out.
Absolutely.
Like,
These are the
put the
people
actual
that are
criminals
actually committing the crimes. Make them fucking pay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is I've been seeing this meme around as well. Ghislaine Maxwell, 1961 to any day now. I did see a very interesting thing saying that no one should be allowed access to her by themselves. That there should be a bipartisan.
Oh, absolutely.
She's not. Yeah, I don't think that there's anything to be gained from the current administration being the only people having access to her. It should be an impartial third party that is not going to be geared to clearing one person's name. Yeah, and not only one person.
And
transparency is
If you're looking for the truth, there are more than 1,000 victims that have been identified. Go interview those women. They're all women now.
Yeah.
Go interview them. Don't interview the woman
While
who's
they're
already
alive.
been convicted by 20 first-hand testimonies and thousands of pages that have proven her guilty. That's why she's in jail. She's not in jail because she's taking the fall. She's in jail because they've got fucking proof that this woman was a groomer and abused people herself. There's more than one testimony that Elaine, whatever the fuck her name is,
Jizzy Lane, we called her.
Jizzy
touching
Lane.
these young girls while they
Our
were being
ticker
raped.
now, so I want you to sound off in the comments. Do you think Jizzy Lane has gotten off in prison while being watched?
No, she's unhappy with her conditions. Remember, she's unhappy that there's.
She lived the
not
life of
X,
a
Y, and Z.
billionaire, even though she didn't have one. Of course, she's unhappy in prison.
And again, like Mushroom Bitch, you're in prison. Like I don't know where was. I don't have a blanket. It's like you're lucky you don't have some big May Martha's fist up you. Like, calm down.
Right. There's testimony from these women that they were abused as girls by her, as well as being raped by Epstein and other men.
Yeah.
If
She
we
didn't just
just
groom and bring them. She was also actively abused.
If we just take it off the Virginia Joffrey testimony, okay?
Mm-hmm.
She worked at Mar-a-Lago where Ghislaine Maxwell met her. That doesn't say that Trump has anything to do with it, but she was on his property.
Right.
It's not, and to deny that you know this person and then have not one, but several written, videoed, photographed accounts of you interacting with this person on a regular basis, calling him a great guy and wishing him more happy secret times. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay? And if your name is clear...
If he's innocent, wouldn't you want this all out there to prove how innocent you freaking are?
Right.
Clear your name, okay?
Clear your name. If it's all Obama and he's
part of our national motto.
Yeah. If it's all Obama and he's a Russian terrorist and Hillary are eating pizza while selling children to reptilians, let it all hang out. Let the truth be known. Make America great again. But by censoring the media for a positive narrative,
and burying the
it's
evidence,
what's turning people against him, because he promised to publish these files, and that's why the MAGA, is fracturing, because this is one of the point. They want to protect America's youth. They want to protect the children. For God's sake, won't somebody please think of the children? Deliver what you say, and you'll get a groundswell of support. You'll win every fucking election for the next 20 years, you old bastard. But it's not happening. Why?
He can't. Term limits. He's supposed to step down after this one, but we'll see.
When you're Führer, it doesn't really matter. There goes my visa. P.S. I'm not paying for a visa and then $250 on top of the visa to come to America.
Is there a fee now to get into this country?
Yeah, you got it. We've
Why
got
is
to
that
get a
another
visa, and now there's
$250?
a extra visa fee that is a minimum of $250.
Wow.
Like, no wonder your tourism's going down the toilet. Come on.
Well,
Just sneak
one
in
of
on
the
a
reasons.
boat.
Yeah, that works out. That works out well. I don't do well in humidity, Christine. I
You
can't
want-
go to
you
alligator
men.
Alcatraz.
You'll be fine. You won't be.
You're white. You'll be
Alligator
fine.
Alcatraz.
White,
No.
exactly.
You're
You'll
white.
be fucking. You'll be upstate, so nobody will find you. Forget it.
No, I'll just go in. I'll go into the hills, pick up a banjo.
You'd have to
No
lose
one
a
will know
tooth
you're
or
there.
two.
But a more pressing incident and issue, and I'm glad we have medical professionals here because I need to know what's up with President Kenkles.
Penis insufficiency. Oh, I meant Venus.
Everyone's saying this
Yeah,
is an
he's
indicator of heart disease, right?
He's got
It
poor
can be heart
circulation.
It could be heart
Yeah,
disease.
he's got
it could be
edema.
renal failure. It could be poor muscle pump. It could be a lot of things.
But
There
he's
are
got
people who
edematous ankles.
Yeah, people who live with chronic venous insufficiency for years. It's not a death sentence.
But
You know,
still,
And
not
I'm
the
sure
picture of health we're being
not
told
the
he
picture
is.
of health, but we knew that 8 years ago when he couldn't
But again,
walk.
neither was Creeping Joe when he was talking to invisible people and getting lost on the stage.
He couldn't walk
Like-
10,000. He couldn't walk 1,000 feet. They had to get him a golf cart at the G8 summit 8 years ago.
Yeah,
Who didn't know
wa-
that he was unhealthy?
it was a little bit delicious when he fell up the stairs to Air Force One.
That's actually usually a sign of some neuropathy. If you don't
Yeah.
feel where your feet are.
I
Which
just
would
enjoy
also
people
lend
falling
into
over all
his-
the time.
Into his edematous ankles. Yeah, if he's got poor circulation, he's probably got the diabetes.
But what about the have you guys seen the photo of his hands?
That's also part of bad circulation.
But people, the open wounds on his hands, the people are saying is syphilis.
Oh, I didn't see the open wounds. I saw the big, huge patch of
That is
makeup.
not syphilis. That's my bread and butter. That ain't syphilis.
Well, it could be long dormant, crazy 80s syphilis. You never know.
It's definitely a sign of poor circulation. I mean, the capillaries in your hand bruise that easily.
Well, he wouldn't be the first president to have syphilis because I will argue this to the day I die that JFK had such a bad case of syphilis that the back of his head blew out.
It's mind-blowing syphilis he had. It's all good.
Yeah.
My God.
That and the hole in his spine, you know. He was not a full man.
Yeah. Whatever.
Notifiable. Like,
The
it's-
Ke- yeah, look, we've
It
got a
was
lot of
before
problems with
my
the Kennedys,
time.
but that's okay.
It was before all of our times.
Well, your time could be up before you know it. We got a lot of death to talk about, people.
I know.
They
Oh.
are
Last
dropping
week.
like flies. Ladies and gentlemen, this
That
was sad. Malcolm
that's
Jamal
really
Warner
sad. He's
of
young.
the Cosby Show fame.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know
remember
why
him.
anyone goes swimming on a beach without a lifeguard. It
Yeah.
terrifies
Bloody
me.
drown.
The idea of that
Man.
idea terrifies me.
Riptides are bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I grew
can't
up
do
like
fucking
I grew
headphones.
in Australia. We are taught how to, swim against the tide and get yourself
Swim
back
across
to,
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not against
It's
We're
it.
just
taught
like-
that here
yeah.
too.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
to get yourself.
If you live on the coast, you're taught that.
Yeah.
But it's
Swim
just
parallel to the beach. Don't try to swim against the riptide.
it's
you
just
know.
like,
Right.
no.
Let it
Why
take you.
an unpatrolled beach? Never, never. And I'm not a parent. I'm paranoid about myself getting swept out to sea. I couldn't imagine taking my children to an unpatrolled beach.
Sometimes
Oh.
the tide is so bad though. Like I remember we were at the Gold Coast once, and I was a kid, and this was on a patrol beach because all of their beaches are overcrowded anyway.
It just
But
happens so quickly.
The tide was like, it was like tumbling, and I remember I just stood in it up to my ankles as a kid, and it sucked me under and started to suck me out, and like one of my brothers grabbed me, like I was going, I was dead.
What are you going to
I
say,
just-
Christina?
I took my kids to a beach on July 4th, and it was like no lifeguards were there, but it's just a beach that everybody could drive on to. So obviously there's like, hundreds of people. Wasn't so crowded, but again, my son, I left his life jacket on, and then like my 9-year-old or 10-year-old now niece went into the water, and like the tide started to come in towards the like as the day was passing. We got there really early, low tide, whatever. Then around like 1 or 2, the tide was coming in like strong. I went in and I came right back out, and I go, "You shouldn't go in because I can't even stand up."
Right.
She went in with the boogie board. I was so nervous. I was like, "Oh my God, she's gonna get taken out." Like, "Oh my God, oh my God." So then I went back into the water, and I like playing around with her. I'm like calling her. I'm like, "Vinny, come back, come back." You know, I'm grabbing her arm. I'm pulling her towards me. I'm grabbing her arm. Like, that's real though. Like, that happens, and it's just
Yeah.
so scary. And I, like Luke said, it's happened to me too. Like, I got pulled under and like beat down by like 3 waves in a row, never taken out by the tide, but taken down by the wave. And that
Yeah.
ocean is so powerful. And you're like, "It's just water." No,
No,
no, no,
it's
no,
not.
no.
It'll
It's
fuck
not.
you up.
It
Yeah.
will fuck you up. It's water, it's sand, it's the current itself will take you down
Mhm.
before you know it, and you have no way to get back up. And it's scary. And I heard he was like with his family, and like they were trying
And
to
his
help
children.
him.
And a
Saw
surfer
that.
managed to rescue his 8-year-old daughter. So,
Yeah,
like,
like, could you imagine? Like, I actually heard of a story once that, and like a 10-year-old boy and his father were out fishing, and their boat capsized. This was over by me too. It was out on the island, and the boy, they got to the dock, but I guess by the time they got to the dock, the father was so exhausted that he couldn't find the ladder or whatever, but he got his son up, and the son was reaching for his dad, and the dad drowned. Could you fucking imagine growing up being that 8-year-old
well, that's
boy
what
or 10-year-old
that's what
boy,
happened
like,
to what's her name from
to
Glee?
his
Yeah.
daughter, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nia.
I mean,
Oh,
I couldn't
was her name?
imagine that. Like, just living through that and watching your loved one die right in front of you because you
No.
I
can't.
think
You don't
that's
even have
one
a
of that
blanket.
biggest fear. Well, we all have that fear of losing control, but like that
Yeah.
getting swept away, or that just, like I remember another time when I was like 4 years old and we were walking across a creek on like those smooth pebbles. The water was probably that deep. Like, it was not deep. It was a couple of inches deep, but
Mhm.
it was flowing fast. I remember because I was so little, it just took my legs out from under me, and I still remember this to this day. And like my mum was behind me and got me, but that fear, like I would never go near running water again after that.
That's
For like
what Naya
years.
Rivera is who we were talking about. That's her son was tiny when she drowned, saving
Mhm.
him, but he remembers it. That like
Yeah.
his father said he remembers her slipping underneath the water for the last time.
That's awful.
It's so bad.
Paul,
I just,
yeah.
I feel so
I
bad
couldn't
for his
imagine.
family.
Obviously, our thoughts are with his family and
Yeah.
everything. It's a horrible way to go, and he was relatively young guy.
Yeah.
So it's just
It's funny because
proof
like I
that
kept thinking that he was the one who did all the drugs, but that was Eddie from Full House. And
wrong
not
one.
him from
Wrong
Cosby
one.
Show.
But we've
So.
had some well-worn legends trotted off too. I didn't expect Ozzy, even though he was in
Aw.
not a great state, for him to go so soon after that concert. I think it was just proof that that was one of his
Swan
last
song.
things on the
Yeah.
list.
It's
He
goodbye.
just wanted.
It was his
He
goodbye.
probably knew. And like, my favorite scene and all of the when the Osbournes, whatever that was, reality show was out, when they had the bulldog Lola, and all I can hear is Sharon telling Ozzy, she's like, Ozzy, Lola's eaten the fucking couch. She ate the couch, Ozzy. Lola has to go. And he's like, no, Sharon, Lola can't go. And she's like, Ozzy, she's in there shitting aliens.
But I
So,
think it is.
he's a great part.
He was suffering from many afflictions.
Oh yeah.
But they
He had
worked on him for
Parkinson's, didn't he?
They worked on him for 2 hours trying to bring him back.
Wow.
They were saying that it wasn't. There were no signs that he was in
That would
much
have been because of
decline.
Sharon. You're not stopping.
Well,
Yeah.
Sharon had retired. They were going to live their life. That's why Ozzy and Sharon were moving back to the UK so that they could spend what time they had left with their grandchildren and making those memories. But Kelly, there's a video of the day that Ozzy died, and he's just sitting at the end of the table like regular Ozzy, just chilling and chatting and making. It's just, I think, when it's some people's time to go, their body just goes, okay, I'm done. And I think that's what happened to poor old Oz.
There was a report that I read, completely unverified, and I have to say that because the news person in me says, don't say it unless you can verify it, that said that he's been on so many pain medicines that, Sharon.
Sharon!
That, just stop breathing sometimes when you're on that kind of opiate.
Well, I think that could be part of the point because, as we said when we were talking about the concert, he went off all of his pain medication to be able to perform. Going back on it again after going cold turkey could have just been too much for his system. And it's just like, nah, can't.
But he did seem so with it at that concert. The clips that I saw.
It's all the more poignant now, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, okay, that was... I've got goosebumps thinking about it. It's just so soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. Oh, they are releasing that as a concert film next year as well.
Did you see the video of, I don't know if it was after that concert. I'm assuming it was because just based off of how he looked. But Kelly got, engaged.
It was at that concert.
After the concert.
Yeah, right in front of him. So I thought that was, really adorable. But like you said, he was still with it. He grabbed the box. He looked at the ring. He was
exactly. He wasn't out of it.
Jokes. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, he's still with it. He was definitely still full in mind when he.
Can I say, without sounding a little bit offensive, Ozzy looked like he was not well a long time ago, and I think that, and it's because of a lot of the shit he did when he was younger. I think the testament to the reason he lived far past what he probably would have is Sharon and the kids. Yeah, definitely.
100%.
But part of the reason he was, doing what he was doing and why Bert proposed to Kelly when he did was in hopes that Ozzy would be able to walk her down the aisle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very bittersweet. You're like, oh. And such a cultural impact for so many generations. There's so many old rockers that I've seen and know that are just heartbroken that poor Ozzy is gone. It's like, oh. And he means something different to the people that watched the reality show. He was everyone's crazy uncle, crazy dad. But as we've said, that you can criticize the Osborne family for a lot. A lot of people are criticizing them because they didn't include his other two children from his previous marriage in their statement. But why would you?
Yeah, fuck that.
Okay. There's been a lot of love in that family. Always. And I know that people Ozzy has tried
clearly, with all the craziness of the reality show too. It was always it was kind of feel good because you could actually tell they all genuinely loved each other, really loved each other. Sharon's throwing a fucking ham over the fence to stir up the neighbors and stuff, but you could tell the family really loved each other. It was genuine. Love when that wasn't
when P Diddy bought Kelly that diamond watch and Sharon's like it's topical.
Sharon knew,
but I bet he's got a nice willy. It's like, oh God, Sharon, inappropriate. All right, speaking of inappropriate, the latest one, Hulk Hogan didn't pick Hulk Hogan to pop off his clogs either.
Oh, look, it's not a surprise, though. Obviously, the industry takes its toll. He was probably... I'm
ripping
not
the skirt off.
But he's quite a controversial person because he has said some really, really terrible, bigoted, racist stuff, And I've seen that a lot in the comments on his... the majority of messages, and I think are, just saying rest in peace and whatever, but there are people showing that too. I don't know if it's the right time. He was obvious. people are fucked. Like,
he's
you
still,
just got to
yeah, look, he's
understand.
still someone's dad. He's still someone's
Yeah.
grandfather. He's still someone's
We're
husband.
all, but we're all flawed. And I know
Yeah.
that kind of flaw is not a cool flaw at all. But
Yeah.
yeah, like, who are you hurting right now? He's dead. He ain't reading that.
No.
Yeah.
It's his
you're
loved
you're
ones.
rubbing salt
Yeah.
in the wound for people that.
So, like, I don't want to, again, I am pretty fucking naive with every goddamn little thing that I say here, but from somebody who, like, I don't hear things about things. So, like, Hulk Hogan and the racist thing, I've never heard that. Like, I only know
Oh,
him as a wrestler.
I've even seen his
And-
porn, Christina. He
What?
muted some
Christine.
friend of his wife, and they filmed it. Like, they had a cam set up in the room while Hulk
It's
pumped
not
up.
cute.
It's
Oh
not
my
good.
God.
I was like, oh yeah, the Hulk's gonna fucking smash her, and I was like, oh.
But do you
Oh.
know what it is? All
It's
of this
prednisone.
stuff, all of this stuff
It's
comes out about
prednisone.
people because of their access to social media.
But, like,
And
I
you can
mean-
tell the people that run their own social media accounts because they will have these slip ups. They will have, you know, you could say, look at Paula Dean. You could be face of down
Food
home
Network.
country niceness, and then somebody comes back and goes, but you said this, this, and this.
Yeah.
You just gotta-
Roseanne.
Well,
Roseanne.
that's a
You
different.
know,
That was
and I
Andy's
said this
fault.
when Paula Dean
Clearly.
was eviscerated. It's not just the words; it's the actions.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
it's the
people
actions
in
after.
her restaurant were not just upset about the word; they were upset about the way she was treating them.
Yes.
So, you know, everybody's got a racist uncle who will drop an N-bomb, you know. It doesn't mean they're a heinous person, but if you're walking into a restaurant and you're treating people of color differently than you're treating your white staff, that
Or
makes you
anyone.
a racist person. It makes you a
Well,
piece of shit.
Any
And I
kind
think
of
it's
bigot, you know?
definitely like, look, I use a lot of colorful language when I talk about my own community because it's kind of like taking that power back a bit. But you know, whenever you say things or whatever you do, like, your actions speak louder than any word ever will. And if you truly believe that because you're a different color, your eye color is different, you're a different gender, that you're better or whatever than someone else,
More superior.
then you need to sort your shit out. Absolutely need
Yeah.
to sort your shit out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right,
Mhm.
Christina, this next story is for you. I've got something specifically
Oh.
for you.
Oh
Because-
no.
Stuff?
You would move.
Is it a banker?
It's a bummer. It's a bummer.
It is
But
a
we have
bummer.
the autopsy
Ellen's
report.
dead?
No, this is.
You know, I saw the
Ed.
fucking headline. I saw the headline come up on my thing before, and I clicked on it. I didn't have any fucking service,
Who
and I
is
couldn't read
that?
the article.
Wait.
This
And
is
fucking
Food-
Burrell.
Anne Burrell from Food Network. All right. I'm sorry, nurses. I'm going to try it. Her
You want me to do it?
cause of death is acute
Diphenhydramine, ethanol, amphetamines, and ketamine.
Yes.
It was a
So-
combination of alcohol and allergy meds.
Oh
And
fuck!
And
ADHD
possibly an
medication.
ADHD med. Yeah.
Oh fuck!
So
Good girl,
they've
B.
ruled it. They have ruled it a suicide, but that could
What
just
if
be
it
an
was an
accident too.
That
accident?
could be an accident.
Yeah.
I remember several people intimating that they didn't trust her new husband.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Alex Guarnaschelli put up this beautiful video of her and on her wedding day, and then she had this whole big article, like fucking thing about how she like loved him. Like she said she was just so in love that day, and like she felt the love of like from the husband. I haven't heard any ill will about the husband. So I don't know, but I mean, fuck, like, again, I think it was an accident. I
People
don't think
don't-
that
yeah.
Well,
was
it's
I
not
don't
an
think
accident.
people understand a
comes-
lot of medications they take. Like, there's so many different other things that happen when you take a certain medication. Like, you know, like people who have pain relief, like an opioid, they don't realize it also actually really directly affects your respiratory system.
Right.
There's a reason why you put someone on a syringe driver with Midaz and morphine when they're dying,
Mhm.
because you're kind of legally euthanizing them as well. And also like stuff like Valium as well is also a respiratory depressant, diazepam for
Right.
the actual generic name. Like with China, the wrestler, she was an alcoholic. She had a
Yeah.
lot of demons, but she did not intend to kill herself. She was just taking Valium and drinking to, and like,
Right.
numb some of her pain and just
There-
didn't wake up.
Fuck.
There's quite a few people in this world who have accidentally killed themselves because they went
Matthew
out with
Perry?
friends and they had some wine and then they took the sleeping pill that they take it every night for, most of their lives or most of the last year, and it never understood that was going to create a reaction and you were going to stop breathing.
And look how Roseanne killed her whole career from taking Ambien and drinking wine.
No, it's the Ambien's fault, remember?
Yo, Ambien's fucking serious though. Like,
It
my
doesn't
dad-
make you racist, though.
Christina's like,
fucking serious.
Ambien fucks you up, man.
Okay. Full disclosure, I have never taken it. Okay, I've never. But my dad took the wrong pill one time and accidentally took an Ambien and was driving to Florida, and he was like in another fucking world. My mom said that she was calling to him, like, "Guy, what are you doing? You missed an exit," and
He's just like,
was just focused. Like
He was
she said
on the
in
Ambien
another-
train,
like,
babes. He's
he
like,
was
no,
not
we're
himself.
going to where we.
he's
need to
got a
Sleep
great big
driving.
convoy. He's just doing those trucker pet pills.
Like,
No, a
what
lot
the
of
fuck?
people can't take Ambien. The whole
man.
sleepwalking, sleep eating thing when Ambien first
V,
came out.
can you tell us, because Ambien's obviously the brand name, and we don't have Ambien here that I know of. What is actually the like?
Zolpidem.
Okay, so it's like a.
It fucks
Kind
you
of a
up. End of
sleeper?
story.
Different people react badly to it. I don't know if it's associated with a specific genetic strain or what, but a lot of people take Ambien and don't have a problem. But if you take Ambien, it could fuck you up.
Yeah.
As Dogsy says, she's right. That shit will make you see Hat Man. That's enough for a different show.
I feel so bad for her now though, because like if it
No, you can't feel bad for it. It's as Vera just said. You
I
can
do.
say stupid shit,
I don't know.
but your reaction afterwards
That's heartbreaking.
speaks
That's
volume.
heartbreaking.
It
It makes it even
is
harder
heartbreaking.
to-
It is, yeah. Okay. More heartbreaking.
Oh,
Dog
how
the
many
Bounty
more
Hunter's
have
back.
died?
Dogs. Well, this is very tragic. Dog
Well,
the
he
Bounty
looks
Hunters. Yeah, he looks
He's
dead.
fine. It's his son.
His step
It's his
grandson
grandson.
Oh,
grandson,
stop,
yeah.
stop.
shot by his father accidentally. We're saying in a home
Guns in the home.
accident. Why? Explain.
Why was it
Alright,
out?
America, explain to
What was
me.
it out?
Explain to me, in general, why do you as a civilian need a gun? If you're not hunting for your own food,
Protection. They're gonna say protection. That's the
All right,
Can I
Vera,
say, this is how dangerous
just wait,
guns are.
wait, just wait.
Guns.
I'm
Just
against
wait.
guns. You
No,
know
no,
that.
I'm just saying. No, I'm going to ask you, Vera and Christina. Have you ever been in a place in your home where you felt that you needed a gun
No.
in a
No.
position?
Well,
No.
in the 80s,
No.
we're going back.
I mean-
I grew up on a cattle farm. I'm a farmer boy.
My dad was a farmer kid.
Yeah, and we always had guns on the property. There was a lot of guns, like rifles.
Yeah.
There was no handguns or anything, but we had rifles because you'd have to shoot shit. But
Yeah.
you know what? When I was 4, I was a little kid, and so little kids are, unpredictable, as I still am now in my 40s. But I actually got shot accidentally through the leg when they were trying to kill some kind of critter. I think it was like whatever it was that like eats all, because we also grew crops. So they were going to shoot that, and I just come running out of nowhere and copped the bullet through the calf.
Oh my god.
So that's how
Accident-
dangerous guns are, though. Like I could have
accidents
copped it in the head.
But why put, if you don't need it, like Luke said, if you don't need it because you don't work on the land and have to do this kind of stuff, why would you put yourself and children at risk?
I would never, even if it was legal tomorrow and you got paid 50 grand to have a gun in your home, I would never have a gun in my home because the fear of my child, even if it was in a safe, because that bitch is smart, mate. She can even get into anything of mine. I would be just terrified that
I live up here in the middle of nowhere. We have hunters all over the place. You know, people hunt deer. People love to hunt and fish. You know, that's why we have a Bass Pro in my town. There's nothing else but Bass Pro, but you know,
that's true.
But every single year, you hear some hunter accidentally shooting a loved one out in the field at dusk or dawn.
Me.
You hear, you know, you hear some kid, you know, learning to shoot the gun and trips and falls and kills his brother. You know, the amount of people who die by accidental gunshot wound.
We all saw that episode of 90210.
Yeah.
So
You know?
I do want to say, now that I'm remembering, my father was a court officer. So he had a job issued, government issued gun, weapon, whatever the fuck.
As part of his job.
Yeah, he would take it home every night. He would lock it up in the safe, in the closet, in the room. It was a code safe, and it also had a key. So you need a key and the code to get into it, right? Never had a problem. There is no reason why a gun should be out of the safe. I don't understand why. Again, like this was a clear accident. Dumb fucks who said, "Come look at the gun I got." I don't know the situation, right? Either way, it shouldn't have been loaded. It shouldn't have been out.
Why is it loaded?
There's no reason to have it out. There's no reason to have it loaded. Have your bullets next to it. Have the gun. Fine. If you want to be protection, if you want it for protection, I don't have a gun in my home. I don't need a gun in my home. I don't want a gun in my home. There's no reason for it. I understand.
You got babies too. Like, you know, fucking kids get anything.
Yes.
Right.
And now,
could you imagine walking into there like,
time,
look, mommy.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need that, right? Like, but my mom's neighbor was robbed, and there was a instance when I was pregnant with my son when somebody came onto my lawn out of nowhere. I didn't know who the fuck he was, and I had to scream at him. Thank God he went running, but I don't know if he had a gun, if he would have charged me, what would have happened, what my husband have done. You know, again, in certain areas and certain again, lifestyles, farms, everything, fine, great, good. My family doesn't need one. My dad had one. Did we ever use it? No, it wasn't for protection. It was for his job. It wasn't if somebody broke into the house. Yeah, sure, guy would go ahead and get the gun. Doubtful. I doubt my dad would be like, get the fucking gun in the middle of the night and get the code and get the key. And, no, he would be calling the cops or using a bat, you know?
And
right.
That's what we use. A bat.
Again, here in gun country, I live in gun country. You know, every year you hear a story. There was a story just this past last fall, like a year ago, where these teenagers were out riding in a car. They got lost. They went to turn around in this guy's driveway because they didn't know where they were. And the guy shot him. Two of the kids in the car died.
Why is that someone's first instinct, though? Like, that's why people shouldn't have fucking guns.
I don't understand it.
But Steve, could you imagine here? Well, look at all the crazy shit that happens in Australia here. But even like, look, this morning, taking my child to school, the amount of road rage I was seeing just from random people, like just randomly. Because after I dropped her off, I went and did some groceries and stuff, and like someone behind me, I'm at a red light, so I have to stop. And he's behind me, like fucking flipping me off and shit because I'm stopped at a red light. And I'm like, is this kind of okay? Imagine if someone that crazy has a gun.
I told you the story about when I was in America and I'd left Anne and Renata and we were, you know, we had gone up the street the night before and had dinner and all this kind of stuff.
Yes,
literally the next night they went back to where we were. Someone had accidentally clipped the back of someone else's car. This guy got out of his car and shot a man dead in the head in his car in front of his children.
Yes, I remember that.
Road rage.
Yeah.
Like,
ridiculous.
It's,
mental
there will
health?
never be a good enough reason for me for civilians to have a weapon, let alone we're not even going to get into the semi-automatic of it all. There's no
Yeah.
need.
Especially with
There's no
how
need.
crazy and like the population is now. Like there's something in the water, kids. Like people are fucking more crazy
Oh,
than
no, I
ever.
think
People are
Yeah.
more angry than ever.
yeah.
And you know, but also too, just you can't have, and stupid too. Like idiocracy's at play. You can't arm people that can't even fucking discern when's appropriate to actually use that kind of level of lethal force. Like,
Right?
you know,
And
oh,
especially
you just
with-
hit my car, fucking bang.
Yeah. Dead.
with the
What
climate, with the climate the
Stop
way
crying,
it is
kid,
at the
till you're
moment,
next. Like,
you know, the
Yeah.
climate the way it is at the moment, it everyone is on tenterhooks all day, every day, waiting for the next bad thing to happen across the news. You don't need to add firearms into the equation.
Right. As
Like,
a mental health provider, our first questions are always, do you have firearms in the house? Are they
Mhm.
under lock and key? You know,
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
intake, and once a year we ask the question.
I
do
once
you
again,
have
though,
access
I
to
think your
firearms?
solution, Vera, that you suggested many
Tax
years
them.
ago,
Yeah.
seasons ago
Insurance.
on UCR, insurance.
Insurance. If you
You
have to
just pay
carry,
insurance on your gun, and you got
you
to
have to
look after
carry
that fucking
insurance.
gun,
That
then, aren't
insurance
you?
company's going to make sure that you've got a safe, and they're going to make sure that it's locked away, and they're going to
Yep.
make sure that
And
your
if
children
someone
don't have
steals
access.
your gun, they're going to make sure you declare that fucker stolen straight away, or
Right.
you're going to get fined.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
100%. 100%.
Insurance.
hit them in the wallet. And you know
That's
what?
always the way to make
Everyone
it
who
happen.
really wants a gun still has a gun.
Exactly.
Nobody listens to me. I've been saying it for years.
Well, they
I
do
listen,
listen to you
babes.
because it's time. It's that time.
Oh,
It's time
yay.
for them to. They're going to be forced to listen to you, Vera, in a segment that we love to call Vera Events. Any second now. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so on the bin.
Well, I'm here to report on what's going on in Congress. Oh, wait. I can't do that. Why is that, you ask? Congress is on vacation. You know, the Epstein list comes up. Trump's feeling a little insecure. The rumor's out that the Dems have enough votes to demand the release of that file. But our boy, Mike Johnson, he took care of that. He made sure that they couldn't vote on that. He released them for summer vacation 2 weeks early. But he made the big announcement with the entire Republican caucus behind him at 9 o'clock yesterday morning. And then he called all the Republicans back in without the Democrats, and they voted on H.R. 1319. And then they went on vacation. Just for a little background, because you might not know what H.R. 1319 is. H.R. 1319 is a change to the federal Fair Labor Law from 1938 that says your employer can change your status from employee to contractor at will. This might not scare some of you, but it fucking should, because a contract employee is not going to get Social Security benefits. A contract employee is not going to get overtime. A contract employee has no union protection. A contract employee has no medical benefits. And a contract employee is getting no pension. But now, after almost 100 years of fair employment practices that help build a strong middle class and the pride of the United States, they don't have to give you any of this shit anymore. And the other fun thing that happened today is that Todd Blanche, the Assistant District Attorney General, Deputy Attorney General for the United States, went and met with Ghislaine Maxwell. Why? Why is nobody else there? Why isn't it bipartisan? But that's kind of tricky. Why aren't they interviewing the 1,000 victims? Big question in my mind. Other things that happened in the last few days, Columbia University settled a lawsuit with the Trump administration for $30 million because Donald Trump was holding $1 billion in research grants hostage. Now, if you know anything about higher education in this country, no university can afford to lose $1 billion in research grants. So they decided that it was worth paying $30 million to get the $1 billion. Might seem like simple math, but what was the lawsuit about? It was about the right of every student in that university to exercise their First Amendment free speech, to stand up and protest. It was against peaceful protest. And now, as part of that settlement, Columbia University is denying people their degrees. People who've already earned those degrees are being decertified because they participated in a peaceful protest. Fascism. Same problem, more First Amendment problems this week. We know that Colbert was canceled last week. CBS merger to Skydance, the Paramount CBS merger with Skydance, went through. CBS family settled a $33 million lawsuit with the Trump administration, which included $16 million in free advertising for conservative causes. Well, you know, advertising for conservative causes, propaganda, whatever you want to call it. It's a network bias when the news is supposed to be nonpartisan, where you're supposed to give equal opportunity to all parties, where you're not supposed to take a side. Now they're guaranteed that CBS News will not be nonpartisan. They are set up to take a side. And they're for an $80 billion profit. It's strictly financial. But I have to say that the firing of Colbert has unleashed a pretty amazing wave of resistance from comedians across the country. There have been every late night talk show host has taken a stand against the firing of Stephen Colbert. Every single comedian has stood up for Colbert. And Trey Parker and Matt Stone have taken their 50 cents out of Paramount before this Skydance merger that cost Stephen Colbert his job. And they went full on scorched earth. If anybody hasn't seen the South Park episode that aired this week, I strongly recommend you do. Although don't pay Paramount for it. Figure out some other way to watch it. I did. And one thing I would like to say about that merger between Skydance and Paramount CBS, the FCC commission, not the one that approved the sale, the one that was appointed by Donald Trump who approved the sale, but Alexa Gomez, who's probably going to lose her job as a DEI hire now that she spoke out against the president, said that Skydance is one of the most partisan and will be putting forward their anti-DEI agenda. So, you know, our First Amendment rights are getting trampled on every day. Our right to be an employee and get paid benefits is being trampled on every day. And Trump is finding every way he can to not let us see that he might possibly be on that fucking Epstein list. Welcome to the country. Here goes our freedom. Yay.
Yeah, South Park. Wow, they got paid, didn't they?
Yeah.
They got paid and they fucked right off.
Yeah.
Like, peace.
Reminds me, I've got to watch those two new
in
episodes.
true Matt Stone, Trey Parker fashion, you know.
It was fucking amazing.
But they sucked it to it.
Don't spoil it for me. I've got to watch it
It's
tonight.
I won't.
Wow.
I strongly.
My 8-year-old wants to watch it with me. Is it going to be?
Not pay Paramount.
All right, I
I
have a
already
little
hate
I have a little palate cleanser that will probably require a little bit of your attention / comments in this week.
What the?
Plane travel is tough, as we've found out on this show many times before. But let's just break down this headline. Stay with me, folks. Flight passenger loses it after child stabs her with a fork while mum slept. I'm gonna fuck her up, she screamed. A young girl has provided in-flight drama that absolutely nobody in their right mind would request. Footage has gone viral on TikTok after she allegedly stabbed a random adult passenger with a metal fork while her mother took a brief nap on the 14-hour Qatar Airlines flight.
I was going to say, who the hell gets metal forks in flight these days?
Qatar,
Right?
yeah, fancy. The woman filming captures the moment her sister flags down the attendant to try and defuse the situation. She's over there stabbing people with forks. She just randomly stabbed me with a fork, the sister complains. The hostess can be seen reaching to grab the fork from the rowdy child's hand. Another hostess has been seen waking the mother as the aggrieved passenger holds up a sandal in preparation to hit the girl. She warns, I'm going to fuck her up. I'm going to smack the shit out of her. The woman behind the camera giggles as she watches the interaction unfold.
Oh, man.
This is a really interesting article because I think the majority of people would be like, that kid deserves to get smacked with that sandal. I mean, this is fuck around and find out. Who actually, first of all, who falls asleep on a 14-hour flight without knowing that there is another adult there to look after your child? Yeah, I was with you for one of those, but your child,
but
your child doesn't
on
move.
a short flight. I'll snooze a little bit. But
your child doesn't
kind of
move.
know my child's not going to stab people with stuff. Like, you know,
the worst thing Buffy
probably
does
going to
is
play on a Nintendo.
No, the worst thing that Buffy does is stick her legs up in your face. And I was like, okay, we can deal with that. That's fine. Sorry, Luke and my daughter. If you believe if you believe the people that we got off the plane, the last plane we got off, they came up to me while we were walking off the plane, and they go, "Oh, your daughter is so well behaved." But yes, thank you, she is. But
I take all the credit.
Luke was passed out. It's all good. Luke was he was gone. He was gone to the world. But
it was his Ambien and wine.
Yeah.
No,
I don't drink wine.
It was the Sprite.
Don't do the
The Sprite and the vodka that got you.
Yeah, I got a vodka Sprite.
Vodka Sprite. But I'm sorry. I would not be able to control myself if a child stabbed me with a fork. My reaction would be to grab the fork and smack the kid, right?
Yeah.
I would definitely grab the fork, and I would probably
I'd grab the
mother,
fork.
but I don't.
And
think
I'd
I'd
probably
stab
tell
the
the
kid.
mother, like, your kid's fucking.
Yeah, like what the fuck
rabies.
is going on?
Like, put it in a cage if it's that fucked. Like,
well, here in the States, I don't know where they were, but if your child stabbed somebody, you're held responsible.
That's assault, right? Maybe it's a little bit of a
too.
grey area because it happened in international airspace, but come on. that kid should be grounded for life, literally. No fly list for that child. No flight. Which panel do you think is most likely to have a train run? It depends. Well, let's be honest. Probably the one that asked that question.
Yeah, I think it is.
Hey, Christina, stop putting stuff in the comments.
So thank you for joining us today, ladies and gentlemen. If you are a horror fan, this week we discussed at length the new installment of I Know What We Did Last Summer. That can be found on our YouTube page. Of course, last week after I mentioned how excited I was with our YouTube subscribers, we lost one. So 2 more people to 700. Let's make it happen, folks.
Yeah, can 2 of you please just go and do it? I don't care who you are. I don't care if you hate this show. Just go and do it, please. And also, Steve, I want to say next week I'm going to be re-airing our original I Know What You Did Last Summer review because I don't like what was going on with the streaming at that time. There was something going on with streaming. This is going back a few years back, and it's jumpy. I can't do it. It's getting re-aired. I got the hard copy.
It's actually already aired twice, so.
Never mind then.
We can find it maybe next 4th of July. We can discuss it all again. But we will be back at you next week with some more drama, some more everything. We'll see who's dead next week. You never know. Anyone got
And
any
which
guesses?
one of us will do anal before the next show? You never know.
Luke.
I'm gonna bet I'm not on that list.
I
You
think
never
Dick
know.
Van Dyke made it to 100, by the way. We missed Dick Van Dyke making it to 100, so he's not on the death list yet.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he's up there.
Just
He's
like Luke.
99. They threw him a
That's
big
my
birthday party
prediction.
'cause
If
they
you
weren't
want us
sure
to
he'd
do
make it.
predictions,
Just like
DVDs
Luke.
next.
Just like Luke. Keep an eye out for the Dick. We'll see you soon.